Now we'll bring in former Secret Service agent and NBC News contributor Evy Poumpouras and former FBI special agent and NBC News analyst Clint Watts. Good morning to both of you. So, Evy, let's start with the Secret Service. What happened yesterday, you had a very sharp-eyed agent who spotted this rifle in the bushes, and a witness was key to how this unfolded as well.
So that agent was actually leapfrogging ahead of the president as he's playing golf. So the contingency, the mass contingency that stays with the president, his shift is around him, protecting him. You have that asset, that agent going ahead. Truly, like for that agent to spot somebody in the bushes, to notice a rifle, and then also to take aim, because that individual was outside the fence. Even when you take aim, shooting is such an important thing in the U.S. Secret Service, because the idea is when you're going to shoot, it's probably going to be around a lot of people, because the president's always in a lot of people. So for that agent to have that wherewithal to take that shot. And we are very fortunate that there was a witness. And that does beg the question of what kind of assets were outside of that area. We're looking at 300 to 500 yards. That's about like 3 football fields at minimum. It's a far distance. Are there any law enforcement assets? Because that witness was there and got the license plates, they were only able to catch him at that point because he was driving through license plate readers on the highway, and that is really what helped catch him. So we're looking at something different now. Not just that inner perimeter security that typically is what the Secret Service and law enforcement authorities were focusing on. But again, second incident, both times, long distances outside.
But he's played there many times, and they've probably had Secret Service and a perimeter set up many, many times. So what needs to be fixed right now?
More. Yeah. You need more. Yeah. You need more. We've got the UNGA coming up, United Nations General Assembly. A lot of people don't know it's U.S. Secret Service that does all that protection. So all those foreign heads of state that are coming to the U.S., they get protection. A lot of people may wonder why. We don't want anybody getting assassinated on U.S. soil. So you've got that manpower needed there, the protectees and these candidates. I think at this point, it is really all hands on deck. Secret Service has maxed out their people. They have finite resources at this moment. Long term, can they get more agents? Absolutely. But right now, they should be talking, and they probably are talking, to law enforcement partners, asking for more assets. In a city like NYPD, there's plenty to take. But in smaller towns or areas that don't have that manpower, I wouldn't be surprised for them to ask for maybe military assets to help with outer perimeter security.
Because they rely so much on local law enforcement, and the campaign trail, of course, is not always in these big city areas. Let's bring Clint Watts into this profile that we're starting to see develop of this suspected gunman. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's interesting. We're in this period of what's known as stochastic terrorism. Essentially, you know what the target's going to be, but you don't know who the attacker is going to be, and you don't have a lot of threat intelligence on him. This individual, very focused on Ukraine, but when you look through just the social media history, not former military, trying to arrange kind of crazy schemes to bring different people from different countries to Ukraine, talking about Taiwan. So this is a very scattered history, a very checkered past. And at the same point, when you see an attack like we did just 2 months ago, now we have this attempted one. It's the worry really now of copycats. If you just look forward, a very tense political season, this has popped up a couple of times. And if you rewind 10 years, we'd be talking about ISIS. Very similar pattern of this contagion.
And you talk about a contagion. Is part of that because people realize, well, hey, there's a vulnerability here with the Secret Service. I may actually be able to get a shot off because someone did.
Yeah, if you just think about all the way back to Congressman Giffords, right? The idea was people go out in the open, they talk to their constituents and voters, they try and, rally support. Very difficult to do that whenever you have a scenario where people with assault rifles can have standoff, can go after a target that's known, right? Former President Trump, he was just targeted 2 months ago. We still have somebody showing up just a few hundred yards away trying to repeat that attack. So a very dangerous time for the country and for all of our leaders.
All right, Evy and Clint, good to have you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.